Hey guys, welcome back to WD18, the Watford fans channel, back for another preview. This time the Golden Boys are heading to the London Stadium on Saturday afternoon to take on West Ham in a 3 o'clock kickoff. As always with these previews, before we talk about the game, let's have a recap in regards to our last game, a 3-2 home win against Cardiff City at Vicarage Road. A game where for 80 minutes Watford were absolutely dominant, scoring 3 fantastic goals. Gerald Deulofeu with the pick of the bunch, really weaving in and out of 2-3 defenders before slotting home. Holebas with a curling effort, and Domingos Quina, the young 19-year-old, on his first full start at Vicarage Road, scoring on his debut as well. You could see the smile on his face. It was fantastic to see. Hornets running out there 3-0 up until the 80th minute, until Cardiff, of course, came back with a very spirited fight back from them. And I think on the face of it, I think if you just saw the scoreline and nothing about the game, you would think Cardiff run us very close. They actually didn't. It was a very spirited comeback from them, but Watford were in dominant form against them. And it's about trying to carry on that form coming into the Christmas period. That win was our first in 5, having got a draw against Everton. We've lost our previous 3 before then against Leicester, City and Liverpool, both at Vicarage Road. And as I say, it is now just about trying to get that win on Saturday, trying to build that kind of momentum. We're reaching the real nub of the Christmas period now. Of course, this weekend being the last weekend to get your festive shopping done. That's how close we are now to the Christmas period, and these set of games for us are season defining. I've never really said that out loud, but they are season defining for us. We need to pick up the points. We need to be putting all our weight really behind some of these games. And 2 big ones coming up as well during the actual festive period at Vicarage Road. But before we look at those, before we look ahead to West Ham, let's have a little recap. Let's have a bit of a think about our team news. And in regards to Watford, of course, a couple of big things in here really. The first one is Andre Gray. Of course, I'm sure if any of you guys are on Insta, you'd have seen him on the exercise bike earlier on today. He is out of the team, however, for Saturday's game. The game will come too soon for him. Javi said, I believe the monitoring process will still be carrying on with him, so he'll be unavailable for this week's game. Unsure as to when he'll be back. Might be back for Newcastle, might be back maybe even for the game against Bournemouth, but for the foreseeable couple of fixtures, I'm not sure we're going to see Andre Gray. Same applies to Will Hughes as well, still out with a hip injury. Will has kind of struggled with injuries a little bit, so I'm sure Javi won't be looking to rush him back. And Sebastian Prödl faces a late fitness test as well on a knee problem. If we look up and have a little look at West Ham's team news, 2 big bits of team news for them. Of course, Marko Arnautovic is still out for them, so that's good news for us and bad news for them. He'll be back with the squad next week and therefore misses the game on Saturday. Lucas Perez faces a late fitness test as well for them, so 50-50 as whether or not he will be involved on Saturday. Let's actually go on and talk a little bit about West Ham now. Bit of a role reversal, really, with West Ham, if we think about it. I mean, Watford started the season very well, very strong, picking up the points, really buoyed on by our performances. Fans were, of course, naturally very excited, but in stark contrast to that, across in East London, West Ham's kind of stuttered their way through their first set of matches, stumbled through, didn't pick up very many points, a lot of cause for concern as well with the whole managerial change there on Pellegrini. Would they pick up the form? They have picked up the form, and now if we look at the form now, we've lost our last. We of course won our last game, but we failed to pick up a result in the previous 4. For that, in regards to West Ham, wow, they're on a 4-game winning run, picking up crucial away wins at Newcastle and at Fulham, and picking up 2 very good, very strong home wins against Palace and Cardiff as well. And in that time, they've actually scored 11 goals. They've scored 11 goals in 4 games. That's pretty impressive as well. Manuel Pellegrini's really picked up the form there. He's kind of started to, the players have started to gel. I look at 3 players, I think 3 key players for West Ham on Saturday. The first one up top for me, Javier Hernandez. He's finding his goal-scoring shoes. He's a guy I secretly want actually at Vicarage Road. I think he'd do a really good job for us, but he's proving his mettle now, of course, with Arnautovic out. He's had the chance to shine, and he's really taken that, as has Lucas Perez as well, who I kind of hope isn't fit for the game on Saturday, because I think he'll be another big test for us. Again, that midfield, I look at their wingers. The one guy that sticks out for me, Felipe Anderson. I mean, that guy can score from any angle on the pitch. He's proven that in the last couple of matches. He will be an absolute menace, and he's a speed machine as well. So we're going to have to do our best to look out to kind of contain him. And then the final guy for me is, of course, Mr. Declan Rice at the back. And Oh, well, he's a gritty young lad. He'll be sure to throw his weight around, and for us, it's going to be a case of trying to make sure that our attackers at least tell him that that we're actually there, because Rice has the ability to control the game. Very, very mature individual, and of course, in regards to Watford, an ex-West Ham player will be going up against them on Saturday, and that is, of course, Mr. Domingos Quina. West Ham fans, I saw on a few of the forums over the summer transfer window, a lot of anger that he had been released. A lot of people really, really were disagreeing with it. I think it'd be great for Quina to start on Saturday. I think it'd be nice for him to go, show West Ham what exactly what they are that they're missing out on. Really, West Ham have got a very impressive midfield, but I think Quina would have been a great youngster for them as well. Very promising guy, and he's proven that for us now as well. He's clearly got the right frame of mind as well, which is what I really like about him. And that's basically it, really, in regards to West Ham. They'll be tough opponents. I think we were, as I say, we bossed the first 80 minutes or so, or the 80 minutes of the game against Cardiff. Cardiff really were very poor. This will be a very different game. I think West Ham are going to be more up for it. We don't have a very good record really away from home either. We lost last season. The season before that, of course, under Ultimate Zara, we actually won the game, but we had to come from 2-0 down. West Ham always seemed to turn it on against us. And they've got some good players as well in that team. Mikel Antonio is another guy I pick out as well. Kind of been off the boil in recent weeks, but he's come back. He's scoring goals, and again, he's going to be another threat. He's put 2 past us as well in previous seasons as well under that game under Ultimate Zara. It's going to be a really difficult game for us, I think. I know I say this a lot on these previews, and but I think this is a genuine point. I think if we start slow, and I personally thought we started quite slow against Cardiff, the game only opened up once we'd actually scored. But I think if we start slow, West Ham score early, they're something to hold on to. And I think the form that they're in at the moment, especially at home, they're able to take the lead in a game, almost build upon it. And they've got some very dangerous players in there. Without Arnautovic, you've still got Hernandez in there. You've still got the potential for Lucas Perez, Felipe Anderson, etc. And ultimately, they're going to... And obviously, Robert Snodgrass as well, who seems to be getting onto the score sheet recently. They've got dangerous players going forward. Our defence has looked okay. I think we still have the propensity sometimes just to give the ball away. I think some of our passing sometimes is poor. And it's the kind of stray balls that, some of their players are going to pick up on and, try and drive the team forward. Ultimately, though, I think this is the kind of game where, number one, we have to win. We have to keep this momentum going. 3 points and nothing less for me, I would say, this weekend, even though it's going to be tough. But we need to score early. We need to take our chances. We have to bury those chances. Bury the chances, we'll be fine. If we miss chances, give West Ham encouragement to come forward, keep giving the ball away sloppily, we're going to be absolutely hammered, if you pardon the pun. And there isn't much else really to that. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm going to end the preview here. Thank you very much for watching. Jacob and the lads will be somewhere outside the London Stadium after the game. So if you want to give your views, win, lose or draw, then come out and find us. And ultimately, I think this is just the final point, I think, on the game. This is a game we must win. Getting into that festive period, as I say, Chelsea on Boxing Day is not going to be an easy game. We can't rely on us trying to pull out a performance from there. We need to get the 3 points, I think, against West Ham. I'm confident we can do that, but we need to start brightly, start enthusiastically, and ultimately take our chances. I know that sounds very obvious, but it's some of the things that Watford really do struggle with. It's just the very simple things. But when we take our chances, when we turn it on, when the likes of De La Feu, when Quina in that midfield really turn it on for us, we're an incredibly impressive side to watch, and I'm looking forward to the game on Saturday. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. And come on, you Golden Boys.